There she is, right there, our home, that green mini truck. For the next 4 days.
Who is the main driver?
We might be on a walking path, I'm not entirely sure.
How'd you sleep?
Horribly.
Yeah, I slept alright until I got torrentially downpoured on.
This is way cooler than yours.
Okay, yeah, okay, this says left turn, right turn, yeah. Oh, that's windshield wipers. Oh, it's left side of the road.
God!
In this video, I traveled halfway across the world to the beautiful country of Japan. I traveled around with one of my best buddies, Don, living out of the back of a Japanese mini truck, a delivery truck, and checking out all of the beautiful things that Japan has to offer. Hope you guys enjoy. What a day to be alive. Good morning, Vietnam.
This is not Vietnam.
Just kidding. We're in Japan. Currently in
Suchiura?
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 We're currently just outside of Tokyo. Last night we just got a quick hotel right by the train station because we flew in last night, took an hour-long train ride to this hotel because today we are picking up a sushi-style mini truck that my friend Donovan, who you guys have met before on this channel in previous videos. Right when it gets to totality, you feel like a cool breeze.
Have you been thinking about what superpower you want?
Don thinks we're gonna get superpowers. Give me a Toro. We gotta go pick that up in about an hour. Before we do that, we're gonna head downstairs because this hotel came with breakfast. That is the blandest looking breakfast I've ever seen. Donnie doesn't like eggs. What is this? It's like cheese.
Cheese. It's also pretty good.
I will say I'm pretty nervous about driving on these roads too, because I drive on the opposite side of the road, and I've never been here before. All right, first meal. Success. I liked it. Wasn't so much Donnie's cup of tea, but we're gonna head back to the room, take a quick shower, and then we're going to meet the guy to pick up this mini truck. Ready to go see our house for the next 4 days?
Yep.
I hope we both fit in it. I actually don't know if we will.
My guess is probably not.
You're a little bit taller than me, so I don't know if you will.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because I also have, for anyone not familiar with my channel, a mini truck back in the States that I built out into a camper. It'll be somewhere here on the screen that I traveled in. And I fit long ways in the bed of that with room. So I think we should be fine, but we'll see. We've never been to Japan before. I've never driven on a Japanese road, but I did do some research the other night on road signs and stuff, so at least I'm somewhat prepared. I think that one means no stopping. But we're currently in Tsuchiura, and we're making our way down to Fuji today after we go pick up the mini truck. It should be somewhere in that general direction. And it feels like a full circle event going from my mini truck back home to a mini truck in Japan. There she is, right there, our home. Not this blue car, that green mini truck. For the next 4 days. I'm excited. I don't know if Don's as excited as I am, but.
I am excited. I'm excited to see if we both gonna fit.
Hello.
Hello. どちらがメインで運転する人ですか?
Who is the main driver?
Okay, okay.
Look at this. 2 for both. The roof like folds up into some sort of somehow, but this is it. Home. Get in here.
Okay.
Oh, it's on this side. Thank you.
Okay.
Good.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. we're off, I guess.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Okay, this says left turn, right turn. Yeah. Oh, that's windshield wipers. Oh, it's left side of the road.
God.
This is so weird. I want to find a parking lot and get my bearings.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. This looks like the highway.
This definitely looks like the highway. This is so nerve-wracking. I feel like a car's gonna come around the corner and hit me.
Ah.
40. Okay,
What's his, where am I going?
I have a parking lot. I don't care. Somewhere I can pull off whatever this is. What is this road? It feels like a Mario Kart track.
We should have just went to 7-Eleven.
I wanted to. I didn't know how to turn. I didn't know.
Oh,
I
right.
could turn right. I would have turned right. We took a wrong turn and ended up on this 2-lane road that has 0 exits. So I've just been driving until I can find somewhere to get off. See, what is this? There's no lines. There are no lines in this road. But there's signs facing me, so. And the numbers are facing me. We're gonna eventually make our way to 7-Eleven, so I'll see you guys when we get there, if we ever get there. We might be on a walking path, I'm not entirely sure. But it leads back up to a road, I think.
Oh wait, we're not even going up there.
Should we?
I don't know what that sign says. Sharp right here.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's a car up there. There's a car up there. And this is a one-way, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't a walking path. Definitely looked like one, though. And we're turning left, and we're staying on the left side of the road.
Yes. Stressful, huh?
Stressful as hell. But I'll figure it out. I just need a few minutes. There's a Hijet. That's the mini truck I have back home. The Hatsu Hijet. Okay. All right. Now we can figure out a little bit
Oh man.
where we're at, what we're doing, get some snacks from the 7-Eleven. I'm gonna get something random.
Something what?
I don't know, whatever this is. You said you've seen a lot of things online about the sandwiches, all right?
Which one?
Just the sandwiches, like the chicken cutlet and the egg salad.
Oh yeah.
Get myself a little bao bun. What'd you get? Onigiri?
I got the chicken, vegetables, and soy sauce onigiri.
So, now that we've kind of taken a few minutes to figure out where we are, how to drive here, and what's going on, and got some snacks, I think the first thing we're gonna do is find some sort of camp equipment store. Good?
Very.
Find some. I'm okay. Find some sort of camping supply store. Pick up some stuff that we'll need for the next 4 or 5 days that we're gonna be living in this mini truck, and then get to a grocery store, get some food, and then we're making our way down to Mount Fuji in Fuji National Park, or the city of Fuji, from where we are right now in Tanakamachi. So I messaged the guy that we picked up this mini truck from, and he said that we can go to this spot nearby called Sports Authority. So I'm gonna see if I can find that on my maps, and if maps takes me the right way. I'm gonna get something random. I don't know, whatever this is. Does this have alcohol in it?
It says 7%, I think.
Does this actually have alcohol in it?
Let me check.
I think this does have alcohol. I think that's a beer. I might need to dump that out.
Let me taste it.
That definitely has alcohol in it.
Tastes like a summer shandy.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, we need to get rid of that.
Oh wow, it's kind of strong.
7%. All right. Let's go find some camping supplies. Look at that guy just going down for. Oh, I guess we're staying on the left side of the road.
Yeah.
That's my windshield wipers. Okay. This is so weird. I just gotta constantly keep telling myself when I'm turning left, stay to the left, stay to the left, stay to the left. It'll get better as I drive more, but it definitely is it's just a weird feeling right now, I think. Okay. Oops, left side.
Left side.
Left side. All right.
Man, these spots feel small. No?
Yeah, these are tiny little spots. How are you feeling? Also comfortable?
Yeah, actually not bad. I can't like stretch my legs or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm in a straight 90-degree angle.
It's definitely a little bit roomier than my mini truck was, but honestly better than I thought it was gonna be.
It's not bad.
Oh, perfect. Now we don't have to go to the grocery store too. Because we needed to go to the grocery store anyways. The mall doesn't open for 1 more minute, so it's like a bunch of people just standing at the start line waiting for it to open. And we're off. All right, we found the Sports Authority. So many different lanterns. Look at this lantern. 6,900 yen. How much is that? So we got our camp stove. So now we got to go to the grocery store and get some stuff to make for dinner tonight. But I'm gonna go put this back in the truck and give you guys a little tour of our home on wheels for the next 4 days. Everything looks so much newer than the one I have. This is kind of it. Give you guys a little quick tour now, and then maybe a more in-depth one later when we get to where we're going to be camping tonight, hopefully near the base of Mount Fuji. Quite a simple setup. We got Don's cot over here. He's got a little pegboard, power outlets, cup holder, some storage up there. This is a little table that folds out right here. And then there's just a bunch of storage for pots and pans, our induction cooktop, which I'm not going to be using because induction just uses so much power. And I know the power station they have in here is just not big enough for an induction cooktop. So I always plan to get like a butane stove. But on my side of the camper, we've got a fridge right here, the power station right there, and then a little microwave up there actually, which is going to be really convenient for when we just want a quick snack and want to be able to warm it up. But the overall box is kind of just like a sheet metal almost that makes it a little bit wider than the standard like width of the truck. So it's like a little bit more width room on the inside for the beds, which is nice. And then this whole contraption up here folds up like a house. So it'll be like a big pointed roof to give us some more space inside, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'll do that when we get to camp tonight. So if you wanna see that, you'll just have to stick around at the end of the video. I think this folds out actually. I'm gonna see what this does. Yeah, so that gives us a window there, a little screen if we want some airflow at night, I guess. Pretty nifty little truck. I'm honestly kind of jealous of the way they built it because of how lightweight it is. So much easier to drive around without having to be so top heavy. And for those of you guys who don't know, the Japanese mini truck that I built out is very top heavy, so it's kind of a pain to drive around, but that's pretty much it. I think we're gonna head back inside, pick up a few things for dinner, and then we're getting out of here. So I think for dinner tonight when we get to camp, we're gonna make some okonomiyaki, which is like a traditional Japanese cabbage pancake with fillings and toppings, and then some miso soup. So I'm gonna get the stuff for okonomiyaki. Don's gonna run around and grab the stuff for miso soup, and then we're gonna meet up and be on our way. We did it. We found everything, I think. That was stressful.
Man, so much brain power.
It took an hour and a half, and I think 100% of my brain power to find all the ingredients we needed, especially baking powder. I could not find baking powder for the life of me, but then just started using Google Translate and asking people in it. It was a lot easier. But I think we have everything we need to make dinner tonight. It's starting to rain right now, so I don't know if we're gonna make it to the national park. We got like a 2-hour drive to get there, so weather's still got time to shift. But if not, we're just gonna go into Fuji City and hang out there before we find somewhere to camp tonight.
Would you like an apple pie Kit Kat?
Sure. Ooh, tastes like fall.
Yeah, yeah.
It almost tastes like pumpkin.
Like a candle.
Yeah. So we're starting our 3-hour journey down south. So we just made it through Tokyo. We ended up taking a more direct route just straight through the city because we were staying on highways anyways, and after like 15 minutes it really isn't that much different driving here than it is in the States, in my opinion. The only thing that's really taking getting used to is sticking in the left lane when you're making a right turn. The tolls are easy. You just go to the one with the green sign, they take cash, or you pull a little ticket and then you pay later on. And one more thing that's a little bit weird is getting used to the slow lane being on the left side, or at least I think it's on the left side. I don't know. I've been driving pretty slow on the left side. We're about 40 minutes away from Hakone. Don said his friend recommended going there, so we're gonna stop by before we go find somewhere to camp tonight. And also these seats, they're not like super uncomfortable, they're just super vertical. So it kind of hurts my back a little bit. It's honestly a lot more comfortable than I thought it was gonna be, but that's because my mini truck is 25 years old. This one's brand new. So we have made it to Hakone. This is where I think we're gonna be kind of hanging out for the day, grabbing some food, just walking around, checking out the area. It does look like a pretty cool little city.
Yeah.
So we do need to find somewhere to park. I haven't done that yet. I think that says P 24 hours right there. I think every parking lot has its own rules. Like some of them have these weird pads that I guess you back over and then you pay and it doesn't let you out until you pay or something. Oh, yeah. It's like these things, they like flip up and lock you in once you're parked. Okay, so now we gotta figure out what any of this means. We're spot 8, so I guess we press 8. Okay, 600. Okay. I think we paid. I'm not too sure though. But right now we're looking for a place where we can hopefully get some okonomiyaki, which is what I'm gonna be trying to cook tonight for dinner when we get to our campsite, just to see what it tastes like and what it's supposed to taste like. Just walking up and down. Person-drawn carriage, first time I've seen that. Oh wow. Such blue water. See that? All right, so we haven't found any okonomiyaki, but we did find this cool little bridge river crossing. Pretty beautiful up here. Look at that. But I think we're kind of giving up on looking for a place that has okonomiyaki, so we're just gonna go eat some lunch somewhere in town. Big old thick piece of onigiri and some fried chicken. Pretty neat little town. I think we're gonna stock up on some stuff at 7-Eleven before we head out to Mount Fuji. We might have gone a little overboard with the snacks from 7-Eleven. All right, so it's up now. I think when you pull into these lots, maybe you get like 10 minutes before that thing will pop up and block you from leaving. So now I think I'm gonna have to go up and pay another 600 to get that to go down. I don't know why it's 1,200 yen. I guess maybe we were here for longer. There we go. We're free. So we got our snacks, drink. I think we got about an hour and 15 minutes until we get to the spot we're gonna be camping tonight. So let's hit the road. I think we're not coming down the mountain. And I just realized my mic wasn't on when we pulled in here, but we're in this kind of dirt lot on the side of Lake Yamanaka. So we're here. Mount Fuji is here, so we should wake up in the morning to a pretty nice view of it, but it took us a lot longer to get here than I thought it would. I wanted to get here before the sunset so we could see Mount Fuji, but unfortunately we didn't, so this is all you can see. But as I said earlier in the video, this top does pop up, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how this goes up, so I'm gonna go figure that out. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. So that's that. And then I think I have to go inside to put up the rest of it. That's pretty crazy. I think I can almost fully stand in here. I 100% can fully stand up in the back of this mini truck. Wow, I'm actually super impressed with the design of this thing. It really does make the most of the space in here. And also, if you're wondering where Don has been this whole time while I was setting this up, he was a little sleepy, so he's been taking a nap up here in the front seat.
You got it set up?
Yeah, but actually you can stand in it. I can stand in it at least, yeah. And I think before I do anything, I'm gonna get myself a little bit organized back here because our bags are just kind of all over the place and I need to clean up before we can cook anything. And there we go. I got everything a little more organized. I got this table, this flip-up table right here set up, cutting board, burner. I'm not gonna leave that out yet though. I think I might end up preparing the food in the back of the mini truck here, like get everything prepped up and then cook outside because we do have a camp table. First thing we have to do is make the batter that we're gonna mix everything into and then fry in the pan. So let's do that. And we're just gonna kind of hope the measurements are right here because I do not have measuring cups. But we need just about 1 cup of flour, about a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And this was the hardest to find because even the translation for this does not say baking powder. I forget what it says, but it's nothing close to baking powder, so this was a pain to find. And then just some salt. And then the final ingredient, pull out from our fridge, and that is 4 whole eggs that'll whisk together in this little pot. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but there's some lady talking over a loudspeaker across the lake. I don't know what that is, but that's creepy. So we can go ahead and add that in. and then about a half cup of dashi. Probably about that much. And then we can whisk this together until it forms a batter. If I need to add more flour, I will. Kind of just winging it, hoping this works out. There we go. That's our batter. Now that we've got that made, we can get all the ingredients ready that are going into our batter, starting with our cabbage, which is kind of the main ingredient. So we'll take that, chop that in half down the middle. And then we'll kind of just finely chop this up. So now that we have that, we can start working on some more of the things we're going to add into there, starting with our shrimp. I'm actually just going to cook that in here. Let that pan get nice and hot, and then for this recipe, just to make it simpler, I got this pre-seasoned garlic shrimp that I'm gonna cook up and throw in there. Since they're shrimp, these should cook up pretty fast, so that's nice. And they smell so good. There we go. I think those are pretty much done. And while I was waiting for those to cook, I also chopped up some red pickled ginger and some green onions off camera. Those will be also going in there, but now that this shrimp is done, take that out. And we can kind of just do the same with that and finally chop that up. Now that we're done with that, we can kind of finish off our batter by adding our shrimp and our pickled ginger, and then a little bit of this green onion. I'm gonna throw it in there, because why not? Give that one final mix until it's all mixed together and homogeneous, and that is our okonomiyaki batter mixture. So now that we've got our batter down, we're gonna make some okonomiyaki sauce. So for that sauce, interestingly enough, we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of ketchup. It came in a little bag, so it's not labeled, but this is ketchup. So 2 tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, and then just a dash of some of this brown sugar right in there. And that should be it for our okonomiyaki sauce. And there we go. I think we are ready to cook our okonomiyaki. And I think I'm going to just cook it in here. I'm gonna get this cleaned up a little bit, and then start getting it fried up. I think it should only take about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. But I'm basically just gonna fill the pan with it, let it cook up nicely, then we'll flip it over. Hopefully it's nice and brown on the bottom, and then we'll repeat that 1 or 2 more times with the remainder of our batter. All right, so I'm running into an issue. This pan is not non-stick, so it is very much so very stuck to the bottom of this pan. So I don't think this is gonna come out very nice, but I'm trying to remain hopeful. I don't know how this is gonna... It's so hot in the center that it's just burning the center and barely cooking the sides, but good thing we ate a bunch of 7-Eleven stuff today, because I don't know how this is gonna come out. All right, I think that's pretty much as good as we're gonna get. Take some of that sauce we made, add that onto the top, or whatever you call this, because it really is in the top. Scrape up what we can, put it on a plate, and then I'm gonna try to cook up the rest of this, hoping it at least comes out somewhat decent. And then we're gonna top them and eat. I mean, at this point, I kind of more so made okonomiyaki scramble, and a majority of it is still in the pan, but they do smell pretty good, so I'm hopeful that they at least taste good, especially with this okonomiyaki sauce on them. I'm gonna go see if Donnie's awake first. Out like a light. Good morning, sleepyhead.
How's it going?
Good. Just keep your shoes on.
It smells terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy that you just said that. It does smell terrible. Yeah, well, no, it's the burnt stuff that's stuck to the bottom of the pan, but the okonomiyaki itself kind of came out decent. It was more of a scramble, but it's ready, so you have to stay up to eat it, and then we can go to bed. So the last thing that I need to do with this okonomiyaki to finish it off is toppings. And for that, I've got some Kewpie mayo. So we're gonna take that and drizzle it on both. And then some bonito flakes. So we'll sprinkle some bonito flakes on the top of both of these. It's so weird how they move like that.
I know.
It's just the heat making the thin little bonito flakes move around. Also, I didn't do the miso soup because I didn't really feel like it. All right, you take the first bite.
You know,
All right.
I don't
Wait, hang on.
particularly like anything that's in this.
Really?
No.
Why did you say I should make it then?
Because it looks cool. All right. It's actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
I
Try it.
here first. Okay.
It's not bad.
All right. One final look. More of a scramble. Anyways. Cheers. It's actually not that bad. It would be a little bit better if it was crispy on the edges. Like it's supposed to be. But that okonomiyaki sauce is actually really good. It's like a sweet kind of barbecue sauce. We're probably going to finish these. Maybe. Eat some snacks. So I'll check in with you guys after we're done. All right. Dinner has been eaten. We had some snacks. Got mostly everything cleaned up. A little bit of a mess in here. We might have to get some stuff to wiped on the floors tomorrow. There's a bunch of dirt that we tracked in, but I think I'm going to sleep with this window open. It sketches me out a little bit because there's no lock. So someone could just open the screen and it's pretty wide. Someone could reach in and steal me in the night. But I'd rather sleep cool, worried about someone stealing me, than sleep hot in the back of the mini truck.
Very valid.
I'm going to keep this window open and then kind of just close the top half of this and leave the bottom half open like that. And that is pretty much how we're going to sleep tonight. So if someone wanted to, they could just come up to this window and have access to me. So it's a little sketchy, but I think I'll be okay. I think we are just going to hang out back here, plan what our day tomorrow is kind of going to look like, and then get to bed because we're both pretty jet lagged and tired. So I will see you guys in the morning.
Is this one of the 7 wonders?
Good morning. Thanks. Slept pretty good last night, other than 30 people came on motorcycles at, what was it, 3 a.m.?
In the morning.
And we're sitting outside of our mini truck having a full-on conversation for like an hour and a half. Other than that, it was honestly a pretty comfortable night's sleep. I could fully extend. Don's outside stretching. Getting the body loose again after sleeping in the front seat and then on these little tiny beds. But look at this view that we have. Absolutely spectacular view of Mount Fuji. It's supposed to be a perfectly clear day today, and I'm excited because yesterday was super cloudy. It's a little chilly out though. I opted for taking my sleeping bag, using that, because I, for some reason, didn't bring a single hoodie because I thought it was going to be super warm the entire time we were here. You got a jacket for me?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I got some photographers out here this morning too. Makes sense. I mean, look at this. It's a crazy jacket. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stop.
I'm fixing the collar.
Sun is just starting to come up. I think I'm gonna probably get a coffee going here soon. You want a coffee?
I actually do want a coffee.
I'm gonna make some breakfast too. So I got these, I'm pretty sure it's like 4 instant coffee mixes, but we're gonna see. I've got a really good feeling that this is gonna be so cool right when the sun actually rises in like 4 or 5 minutes. I think just the top of the mountain's gonna light up. Bunch of people are pulling up now. Catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji and the sunrise. And in my opinion, this is what makes car, like camping and van life so cool, because like you pull up to places like this where you'd otherwise really never be or never know about. And you just get to wake up here. Look at that, I don't know if you guys can see it. Coffee's almost boiling, but the light is just starting to hit the top of the mountain over there. Looks like an actual volcano. Mm-hmm. Looks like an active volcano with the light like that. Crazy. So cool.
You don't like creamer in yours?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Cheers.
Cheers. Mountain is fully illuminated. Honestly, me and Don were talking about it. We might just end up coming back here tonight to stay one more night and get here before sunset. So we have time to set up and like actually hang out for a little bit before it gets dark. I'm also pretty sure that this side of the roof pops up. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at that. This thing is so sick. I need to get one of these. I need to ask him to build me one.
This is way cooler than yours.
Okay. What a day to be alive. It's actually not bad for instant coffee. So this is what Don's having for breakfast. Because yesterday at the store we picked up a bunch of snacks. Don got this little pancake with whipped cream.
I'm very excited about it.
Take a bite.
There was another one with, I think it had like some
Eat
sort
it. Is it good?
tastes like a Twinkie.
Really?
Yeah. You know what?
I'm okay. I love Twinkies though.
Oh, it tastes like if a Twinkie had not terrible cream inside.
God, also the shot of you last night sleeping in the front seat. You're like this.
Dude, I look insane.
Yeah.
My mouth was so dry when I woke up.
It was wide open.
I thought I was getting sick. I woke up and I was like,
That's when I get started on breakfast, honestly. Luckily, this camp rice I bought has pictures on it. And then I'm just gonna let that rice cook in the bag while I get some eggs cooked up in the rest of this pot. There we go. I'm gonna try to leave them a little bit runny in the bottom there. I'm kind of just gonna make a breakfast concoction out of some of the ingredients I still have in the van. We got some Koopy mayo, some ketchup, a little bit of seaweed. Rice in there. A little bit of ketchup, a little bit of Koopy mayo, some of the seaweed, and then just a touch of salt. So I'm gonna enjoy this while Dom reads his book, and we're gonna figure out what we're doing today. All right, we got the truck cleaned up and all my dishes done, but that announcement's coming on again. I don't know what it is, but I think we're just about ready to get out of here. And Don and I have found a onsen, which is basically just a hot spring or a bathing facility at an inn. And it took a while for us to find one because they actually don't allow tattoos. Because apparently tattoos used to be associated with the Yakuza or gang or membership or something like that. So a lot of them, most of them, don't allow foreigners or tattoos. But we found one that hopefully does allow tattoos. So we're gonna drive there and hopefully take a nice hot bath after being in this stinky van.
sounds nice.
We're gonna get, I guess, the rest of this cleaned up and get out of here. All right, time to say bye to Mount Fuji for now. We might be back here tonight, but I think the first thing that we need to do is go find a public restroom. And I think there's one up the street by this 7-Eleven.
Oh God, the seatbelt. Oh no.
All right, public bathroom should be over there somewhere. I think that building over there is the bathrooms. Nice. That was the warmest toilet seat I've ever sat on in my
Bro, I'm
life.
telling you.
It's
it was
so crazy. Every toilet seat we've sat on here has been like crazy warm. Like heated from the bidet or something, but
Shit.
I'm not complaining, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna run inside and grab a snack real quick. I'm not getting the alcoholic stuff this time. Every time I come in here, I try to try a new snack. We're doing some fish cakes with cheese today. All right. Road trip drinks, snacks. Got about an hour drive to this onsen, and hopefully they let us in. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
It's into every car.
I'm practicing saying thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Holy steep.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
This is like a roller coaster going down this.
Are we gonna make it up this thing?
I hope so. All right, we've made it to the onsen, I think. I have actually no idea. There's no signs anywhere. Let's go take a bath. All right, so we're back at the car. We haven't changed, and we don't look any cleaner because they didn't let us in because we both have tattoos. They only allow one person per group to have tattoos, and we both do, so they wouldn't let us in. Hopefully we can find another one. Also, for anyone wondering how the cheesesteak fish cake snacks I bought were, Don hated them. I didn't think they were the worst, but not something I would necessarily buy again. I'm sitting here snacking, looking at onsens all over this area. I think we found one, 12 minutes away. And it might be even a little better because it's a private onsen. But we're gonna head over there now, so I will catch you guys when we get there. So this is it. This is our private onsen for the day. We have it for the next 2 hours. It was right around 90 bucks, so really not that expensive for 2 hours. But got this little waiting room in here. And it's considered polite to hang out in the waiting room before you take a dip in the onsen, at least from what I've read online. And also onsen are supposed to be places where only your body enters. So traditionally you're supposed to go naked, not bring the towel or anything else into the onsen. We're gonna be wearing bathing suits, but you're supposed to wash up before you get into an onsen because they're more so healing baths than they are a hot tub. So we've also got this little lounge area that overlooks the forest. Don't know what that says, but pretty neat little spot, honestly. Keeping with customs, me and Don are gonna sit in this little waiting area and eat these little tofu cookies that they gave us. Tofu cookie. It's pretty good.
It's pretty. Oh, that's pretty good.
It's like weirdly like very, very soft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's like those Lunadora cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had those?
That's perfect.
It's like a very soft Lunadora cookie. They also gave us these robes to wear, so. Didn't need to put these on before we went out there, but
That looks cool.
So these onsens are geothermally heated, which means they're naturally heated by the earth, and they're thought to be healing baths. And from what I've read online, you're supposedly not supposed to shower immediately after you get out because you wash all the healthy minerals off. But they've been used for centuries in Japan, and it is a cool experience coming to one. How's it feel after not showering for 2 days?
You literally travel.
You never really appreciate showers, so you don't have them for a few days.
I ain't getting back in that bed.
And you get something like this. It's nice. But we got this thing for another hour and a half, so probably just gonna sit here and enjoy it for a little bit. Okay. All right. I think we're done getting changed. Go find somewhere to get some food, and then probably find somewhere to camp tonight. Maybe back at the spot we were at last night. I'm not too sure yet. Never mind. The restaurant doesn't open until 1, so we're gonna do the museum first. Also, when we were pulling up here into this hot spring, I'll show you on the way back down, there was a 21% grade that we had to go up. I had to pedal all the way to the floor, and we were barely crawling up at maybe 5 kilometers an hour. It's by far the steepest grade that I've ever seen.
I didn't think we were gonna make it up.
I'm not gonna lie, I honestly didn't too. This is it right here, where the road looks like it falls off a cliff. 21 degrees, it's crazy for an incline. It's probably not gonna pick up how steep this is on camera. It's really steep here right at the beginning. Look at that car's barely making it up too. Oh my gosh. All right, open air museum, here we come.
Let's do it.
A little windy, but beautiful here. You look so good.
Thanks.
This is so crazy. So hot. So hot. Oh. These are umami tomatoes, topped with, I think, bonito flakes. And I'm not sure what this is, but These are crazy looking tomatoes. They're like veiny. That might be the juiciest tomato I've ever eaten in my life.
For real?
I'm not joking. I'm just excited. I got some
Damn, that is good.
I got some A5 Wagyu. First time ever trying it. Very excited. And Don, for anyone who doesn't know, Don doesn't eat red meat, but he's gonna try some A5 Wagyu. Because I said he has to.
Yeah. I feel like you got to.
One in Japan.
Pretty good.
Definitely a nice change after eating 7-Eleven food for the last
Bro.
3 days.
17 pizza bowl
Yeah.
buns.
I've had like 5 pork buns from 7-Eleven. All right, got about an hour back to camp, so I'll see you guys when we get there. And we're back. Spot we camped last night. A little more lively today. Some more people out here, but I'm sure they'll clear out at some point. Alrighty. Let's get this thing set up again. Can't really see Mount Fuji, but you can kind of see it. Actually, it looks pretty majestic. It's so easy to set up, so easy to take down. It's waterproof, you can stand in it. Honestly, way better than my mini truck, but crazy cool.
No.
I saw a fish jump out of the water. So look at all these swans. Look how majestic those guys look. There's also a big fish over here that's swimming right next to shore. Huge little koi fish or something. Right there. USA.
Swan's food. One by one, slow only. Okay.
Swan food?
Swan's food. Oh. Swan, carp, and what?
Oh, carp, that's what they are.
All okay. One by one. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that is cool.
Pretty cool. They're like out of the water. Look at that guy. There's like, I'm telling you, there's like 40 of them right there. If I had a fishing rod, it'd be game over. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is a cool guy. But I think we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. I think for dinner tonight, there was a 7-Eleven about a 5-mile walk up the road. Might walk up there, grab some microwave food, because we actually do have a microwave. 5 minutes, not 5 miles. And get some cool microwavable foods and make them tonight, but hang out and enjoy the sunset for a little bit. All right, the sun is quickly set, so me and Don are kind of just hanging out in the back here. Don brought his Switch, so we might take that out tonight and play some Switch. We get a little bit competitive when it comes to Super Smash. He likes to think we aren't, but we are competitive. But I'm gonna get this closed because I don't think it needs to be open anymore. For now, we're just kind of chilling in the back of the mini truck, enjoying the little bit of light we have left over Mount Fuji. I've wanted to come to Japan for so long to try the food, to see Mount Fuji, to do all of this stuff, and it's just so crazy that I came here to stay in the back of a mini truck with one of my best friends from back home. So it's just a very crazy experience to be here, and couldn't be more thankful. But let's get out that Switch and
You want to?
I'll show you some competition.
This is crazy. What are you doing? Is your controller working?
Chill out, man. Maybe it's not really a competition. I don't play this game a lot. Probably play this for a little bit longer and then go get some din din.
7-Eleven.
Alright, I'm done getting cooked in Smash, so we're gonna walk to the store.
I was just picking stuff up.
Yeah, I got a decent amount of food, honestly.
I don't even know what's in here.
You did get a lot.
I
I'm not
got
gonna
so
lie.
much. And guess what? $11.
I gotta figure out how to use this microwave. I think it said it was 500 watts, so it is pulling 1,000 watts. I don't know. We'll just check it every so often and take it out when it's pretty much warm. There we go. Dinner is served. Got my ramen with my little additional egg and some other stuff. My Doritos, whatever these are. Don's got his chicken, his pizza bao bun, salted onigiri, rice balls, and then these chocolate ice cream things. I think what came in this stuff is menma, which is I think bamboo shoot. I don't really know. A soft-boiled egg. I think this is ham, and then some bean sprout shoots. This is the first of many bowls of ramen I plan to have. Delicious dinner. It was definitely nice to not have to cook tonight. All right.
They're delicious.
Oh, you already had 3 of them. Last thing we gotta try. Whatever these are. Little grape-looking things.
This one?
Ooh. Whoa, that's pretty good. Wait,
They smell incredible.
I smell it's like a frozen crusty sherbet ball.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy? Whatever these are, if you come to Japan, try them.
Those are bomb.
It's like if you took sherbet ice cream and like froze a hard shell around it, but it was like creamy on the inside. That's what this is like. Probably gonna finish up our dinner. Maybe walk up to that 7-Eleven, go to the bathroom again. Woke up super early today. It's been a long day, so I think that is gonna be it for this one. I will catch you next time in Japan. So Don and I are currently still in the Mount Fuji region of Japan. We're actually kind of leaving it now, heading back towards Tokyo. But the Yamanashi Prefecture is the largest grape growing region in Japan, and they're known for their grapes. So I figured might as well get some before we get out of here. But the place that we're currently at, called a Michinoeki, which is a Japanese kind of truck stop, rest stop, where you can stay the night. I think we're gonna spend the day hanging out in Tokyo, checking out a few places, and then we might continue our drive north through Tokyo and stay at another Michinoeki tonight, because Michinoekis are actually some of the most popular spots to overnight camp, at least in your car or in an RV or something like that. Best way to think about it is an American truck stop or rest stop with a bunch more to do. Like some of the Michinoekis have onsens, which are hot springs. Some of them have farmers markets. Some of them have just a bunch of crazy cool stuff to do. So we're gonna go hopefully find a pretty cool one to camp at tonight. But we got about another 30 minutes, 45 minutes till we get to Tokyo, which should be interesting because this will be my first time driving in a major city, which honestly might be a little bit easier because I've found that driving on the back roads is harder because there's no cars in front of me to show me what I'm supposed to do. So I don't know if I'm on the right side of the road. I don't know where I'm going. And for those of you guys who don't know, the steering wheel is on the right-hand side in Japan and you drive on the left-hand side of the road. So it's completely opposite as America. But I guess we'll see if driving in the city is any harder.
This thing is huge.
How big that grape is. For comparison.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's not as sweet as I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got a different texture to it. I think it's because it's so big. You ever had those cotton candy grapes?
No, I want one so bad.
I think those are better than these, honestly, but...
Really?
Anyways, let's hit the road. Oh, I just crushed my sandwich. So we have made it into the city. It's a little bit more stressful driving around just because there's so many different lanes that go to so many different places. So it's kind of hard to figure out which lane you exactly need to be in. But overall, not too bad so far. We are both actually kind of hungry, so Don found a place where you can get those like fluffy pancakes, if you've ever seen them before. I don't know what they're called. You know what they're called? Hotokeki or something like that. But I've seen them online all the time and they look good. So we found a breakfast place where we can get some of those. Also, look at this truck. It's like me and you
Just like me and you.
on our little Japanese adventure.
Which one are you?
You're the guy on the right.
You're the guy on the right.
Also, one of the more confusing things when I first got here was the lights, because like one light is red and 2 lights are green. So that took a little while to get used to, but once you kind of figure out what these lights mean, it's not too hard. But like this type of stuff, I don't know where I'm supposed to be on this road. All right, so the place we're going is like right here. I just got to find somewhere that I can park. All right, so this is a parking lot right here. Maybe we can park in here. See, I don't know what this means because there's a bunch of parking signs and then there's just not somewhere to park there. I don't know where we're going. Hello. Can we park in here?
No parking.
No parking? Okay, we'll turn around. It says parking 24 hours. I think we can park here. I don't know. Parking in the city is pretty stressful, I'm not gonna lie. What am I supposed to, what is this? I don't know what any of these signs mean. All right, I think we found some spots. Let's go get some pancakes and get out of here. Happy pancake.
For 2?
11.
Oh, 11. You open at 11? Oh, okay.
11, okay, thank you.
Oh, what time is it?
It's 10:20.
Maybe we'll find somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11, they have pancakes. We ended up coming back, waited for it to open at 11. But apparently it's hard to make these pancakes. It takes 20 minutes to bake them, so it takes a while, but look at that. I got the grape with like a lemon sauce, I think. What'd you get?
That's like a cheese sauce with a berry combo.
Look at that. I like this way better than normal pancakes. 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right, so the pancakes were good. My camera died while we were at the shop, so we're back in the truck now, but we're heading to a custom Japanese chef knife making shop. While I was here, I wanted to get one or a set of Japanese chef knives, and Don wants to get some too because he likes to cook. So we're gonna head over there and see if we can get some custom knives made. Got about 20 minutes, and we're gonna have to find parking again, which kind of scares me, but we'll figure it out, and I will see you guys when we get there. All right, parking was a little easier this time. Just found a nice little street parking spot here. Wow. These are crazy. This one's 166,000 yen. This one's 229,000 yen.
That's a really pretty.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be these three knives, yeah. Don's getting his knife now, but I'm actually super happy with my knives. Maybe not. Look at that. That is a beautiful knife. 792,000 yen. So we both got our knives. We're getting them engraved now. Don, you're getting what? Your name on it?
Donnie, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Toomey on the back of mine. Just one of them though. It takes about 20 minutes for them to finish the engraving, so walk around, maybe get like a snack or something. I could eat again, honestly. Super pumped to have some new Japanese chef knives that I got here in Japan. The knife down at the end, that was super expensive. I asked the guy, he said it was made of meteorite, sourced from Hokkaido that some guy makes up there. It's like meteorite mixed with stainless steel, and it's like $6,000. And I was asking him, how do you sharpen it? Because I thought if I got a knife like that, I would want to use it if I'm spending $6,000 on a knife.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, oh no, you can't use this knife. It's just for show because there's so many metals that you don't know about in a meteorite that could like get into your food. So you wouldn't even be able to use it. Look at this guy. That's how I'd feel if I ever caught a fish. We're gonna find a cafe now. Grab myself a coffee while we wait for our knives to be engraved. Coffee soda. It's like coffee and orange soda. Never heard of that. Look at that. Usually I judge things if I like them based on if I would order it again. I think I would order this again.
That's a good system.
Yeah. Boom. Got him. Can I throw this down to you?
Sure.
Just for now.
A nice reset of the van will be nice.
Crazy cool area.
Yeah, this is awesome.
This is it.
Oh,
Pretty sick. I don't know if a lot of this is open right now, but it's just a bunch of food stalls. Are you open? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is good. Want to eat here? I'll go sit down at the end.
Yes.
Cool place. And there's like 30 or 40 places just like this right next to each other. So this is pork baby back with miso. And Don got the chicken. Very good.
Yeah, it does look good.
Look at that. This is a country area, very easy to live in, just based on the food. We might go try like one or two more places, just get some food somewhere else, and then figure out what we're doing, where we're going tonight to camp. First piece. I could eat this forever. It's like we're in a war zone trying to cook this meat. There's so much smoke coming off of it. My eyeballs hurt. I am crying. There's so much smoke in my eyes.
I literally can't see anything.
Alright, I think we're done. I'm not eating those last 2 pieces. Me and Don have been smoked out enough. That was also a lot more meat than I thought it was going to be. Very good, but just a lot more than I needed. So don't know if we're going to be able to hit up anywhere else. Might just walk down the street, get back to the truck, and then go see if we can find a Michinoeki to camp at tonight.
Let's do it.
I'm not sure, but I feel like we had to have been doing something wrong in that restaurant with how much smoke was getting blown into our face. It was like...
It was a lot.
Yeah, we couldn't see, couldn't talk.
It's like 30 straight minutes of being on the wrong side of a bonfire.
Yeah, it was like looking, I was about to say, it was like looking at a bonfire straight in the eye for 20 minutes.
You drive a car down there?
Oh, all right. We are leaving, I think, during rush hour, so it's going to take us a little bit longer to get to our campsite for the night. There's nowhere really to camp in Tokyo. All of the parking lots are kind of paid, and they're a little bit small, and I just don't know enough about it to stay here, so that's why we're staying in a Michinoeki. It's only like 20 minutes, 30 minutes outside the city during not rush hour, but now during rush hour it's probably gonna take us about an hour, so we're gonna head over there, see if we can find a spot. Then we're going to Osaka for a few days to see my brother, to see a couple other parts of Japan, but it's time to hit the road, get to camp. I think we've made it to the Michinoeki. It took us down some weird back road. I don't know what it was, but this is where we're gonna be camping for the night. It took us a lot longer to get here than it should have. It's only 7 p.m. though, so still got some time to go inside and check it out and see what they got here. Yeah, they got tons of vending machines here. Bunch of coffees, energy drinks, candy bars, everything you could possibly want in a vending machine in a vending machine. And then I don't know what's in here, or if this is open still. It is. And a bunch of stuff in here. I guess the kind of main area is closed for the night. We'll come in here tomorrow, see what they have before we leave. But they got a little cafe for breakfast tomorrow. Got a whole like French restaurant back here. Also got, what is this? Ice cream and meat.
What?
Is that prosciutto?
Yeah.
Is that prosciutto or is it just raw meat and bun? Are these bao buns?
No, I don't know what this is. Yogurt? Oh, it's yogurt. Burrata.
Why do they just have burrata? Oh, they burrata and they have prosciutto. Vending machine charcuterie, but that's crazy. Anyways, I'm actually very curious about that burrata and prosciutto. I might try to get that just to see what it is. And then I think me and Don are still pretty full from the dinner we had. I think I'm just gonna make us miso soup tonight. We don't have bowls though, so we're gonna have to share it out of the same pot.
That's okay.
Okay. Look at this little camper. It's like a little retro mini truck camper. So it's kind of been like a game of musical chairs every night, taking our bags, moving them from back here to the front seat so we can sit back here. So we're gonna do that real quick. Make some room in the back for us to stay. And then get started cooking. I think while I'm back here making dinner, Don's gonna be up front FaceTiming his girlfriend back home, saying hi. So we'll see him hopefully once dinner's ready. So honestly, to make this, it's pretty simple. It's just kind of dashi, which you can make yourself, but we have store-bought, and then miso, and you kind of bring it to a boil, stir it together, add whatever you want to it, and that's your miso soup. For my recipe, we're just gonna be using some tofu, some green onions. We can add in our dashi and bring that to a boil. So you can either use a miso strainer or any other kind of strainer to get your miso into the soup if you want to. I don't have one, but something that I saw online was you can take the miso and stir it in another container with some of the dashi, get it all dissolved, and then add it in, and it should make it a little bit easier. But I'll probably do about 2 tablespoons of the miso, mix that in, and hopefully that should be just about enough, maybe 3, depending on how it tastes. Such a beautiful knife. So cool looking. It's actually traditional in Japan for tofu to be cut in your hand, but I'm not going to do that because this is a very sharp knife. So we're just gonna cut it on the table. We'll just cut this into small cubes. Just super simple. Cuts like butter. Through the world's softest thing you could possibly cut through. We can go ahead, add that tofu in there. And I forgot to press record, but I did cut up some green onions. Throw those in there. And then finally, just a little bit of seaweed. There you go, Donnie.
Oh, thank you.
It's hot, so grab the handles.
The steam is hitting my face. I'm scared for it to touch my lips. I feel like it's gonna burn my tongue.
Have you tried it yet?
No.
It's actually not half bad.
Oh, you did a great job with this. This is
That's
actually delicious.
It's a perfect nightcap to all that meat I ate at that bar. I think that is pretty much it for tonight. We're just gonna hang out here, drink our miso soup, get everything packed up, organized, good to go for tomorrow, and then get to bed. So I will see you guys in the morning. Morning.
Morning.
How'd you sleep?
All right. How'd you sleep?
Horribly.
Yeah, I slept all right until I got torrentially downpoured on.
It started raining last night and there was water dripping directly onto my forehead. And we slept with the top window cracked, and this window open all night, which I'm not gonna lie was pretty terrifying because I'm laying right here and it's just a truck stop, and this just opens right up and someone could reach in. But we survived. It was too hot to sleep with everything closed. We also left the bottom open as well. The highway was also pretty loud too, and cars pulling in and out all night long. My body just feels like it's been wrecked.
Yeah. I feel like I just went through basic training.
Shout out to Don though for coming out here. 6'2". Never been to Japan before. Definitely not his ideal way of traveling, but appreciate him coming out.
For you?
For me?
Anything.
So we did wake up, I think, a little bit too early today, which has been the story of the last 4 or 5 days. We've been getting woken up by this, that, or the other. Today it was motorcyclists, trucks pulling in, loud trucks driving by, and just kind of being a little hot. But the Michinoeki is not open, so we can't go get coffee or anything. I think I still do want to try that burrata and prosciutto vending machine just because it's cool.
Yeah.
So I might go try that before we get out of here. But before I do that, I think Don and I are going to take some time, get all of this organized, cleaned up, and get ourselves packed up so we're ready to hit the road. So we're going to do that. So we've got everything mostly cleaned up, ready to go. We got our bags all packed. As we were cleaning up, it started raining. So we're just kind of hanging out in the back of the truck, waiting out the rain. And then once the Michinoeki opens, we're gonna go inside, get some breakfast and maybe a coffee or something, and then get back on the road. But for now, we're just waiting out the rain. How would you rate mini truck life, 1 to 10?
7.8. 7.8.
7.8 isn't bad.
Overall.
Honestly, I will say this truck has been a little bit more comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I can lay fully flat. There's plenty of room in the middle. We can stand fully in it. Driving isn't too bad. Handles well. Overall, I'd give it like 7.93. Great experience. Would definitely recommend if you're looking for a different way to travel around Japan. Very cool. Rain finally stopped. I'm just getting some stretches in. Michinoeki time. I'm gonna look around in here, see if they have anything, and then grab a coffee, I think. Oh, what are these?
Yes.
These look oh, they have chocolate. I don't like chocolate. You gonna get one?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would be buying so much more stuff if I had more room in my bags, but I gotta wait till later in the week when we're not in the mini truck to be able to buy stuff. Crazy how much just like frozen meats at a truck stop. Not gonna lie, I don't know what these are, but they look so good. I'm gonna try the orange one. Excited to see what this is, honestly. Whoa. Look at this. Little mini camping set.
Oh, that would be cool to have.
That is pretty nifty. Little Coleman camping set. What is that guy? That's like a guy riding a termite with a sniper rifle.
It's awesome.
That's crazy. 300 yen. I don't have any coins, I don't think, on me.
I don't have any coins either.
Oh, I want that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna try that burrata and prosciutto. See what it kind of is. Whoa, that's a lot of burrata. Who needs that much burrata from a vending machine? Oh my gosh. It's all frozen too. Either way, we got some road trip snacks now. Oh, you got yours? Try it. Let me see. Good?
It's not chocolate.
What is it?
I don't know.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it really or no?
Oh, it's like
I don't know what that is. Jelly?
Jelly.
Well, I didn't think this burrata and prosciutto is going to be frozen, so I'll have to try that on the road. But I am excited to try whatever this is. All right. Well, that's a little snack since my meat and cheese was frozen. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so squishy.
It is so squishy and so powdery. It's whatever this thing is.
What's it? Is it mandarin oranges?
I don't know. It's a mochi ball with mandarin orange, but it's a lot of mochi. It's like a lot of dough. But it's good. I mean, it's really good. I'll finish it. I think that is it for this video. And for the Donnie and Ryan mini truck adventure series.
Till next time.
Next time you see us, we'll probably be up in Osaka somewhere doing I don't know what.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, my sweet prince.
Bye, handsome. Have fun on your camping trip.
Thanks. She is. You mind if I put my stuff in the back? Oh, looks great. Sorry for the wait, there was so much traffic.
Driver seat. Start the engine.
Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. This is it. This is our home for the next 3 days. In the back of this Honda quick delivery van out here in Fukuoka, Japan. So for those of you guys who have been watching my Japan series of videos, you know, I've been traveling with my friend Don, who we left at the beginning of this video, because this type of traveling the country, renting out vans, living in the back of them, this isn't Don's favorite way to travel the country. He'd much rather stay in a hotel. So I'm going on this trip solo. But this truck is quite a bit larger than the mini truck I was in for my trip I did last week in Japan. So I'm a little bit nervous about driving this thing through the streets just because of its size, but I feel like hopefully it won't be too bad. It's still smaller than your average American delivery truck, and it just looks so cool. I love the way this thing looks. And I think it has a rooftop deck too, which would be nice because hopefully tonight we're gonna be camping out on the beach. We got solar, vent fan, truck. This thing is pretty cool, but let me hop back down, give you guys a quick tour. So, not that much to it, honestly. A little bit bigger than the last van that I rented, and it has built-in lights, which are up here, which I'll show you guys later tonight. Couch area that transforms into a bed. Put this table down, you got a bed here, some storage over here, storage up here, very minimal storage, not much going on in terms of that. And then over here you have my fridge up top, some more storage down there, some breakers, some inverters, looks like some electrical equipment down there, and then the power supply there. And that is honestly pretty much the entire tour. So that being said, let's hit the road. This thing is so cool. I feel like a bus driver. So I think our first stop is going to be this local market where we're hopefully going to be able to get all of our supplies and everything we're going to need for our time camping here in Japan. Hopefully this thing isn't too hard to drive. Let's do it. This thing is pretty big and loud. I think I'm driving around a tank next to all these small cars. I will say this is a little bit more intimidating to drive than that other mini truck that I had was, especially through these city streets. And I've just got to keep reminding myself that I'm in Japan. I'm supposed to be driving on the left side of the road. And I've got a really bad feeling that trying to find parking for this thing in the city is going to be quite the challenge, because I can't park it in garages, which kind of sucks because that's the easiest way to park when you're in a city. But honestly, like I said in my other video, the one benefit of being in the city is that there is traffic. So if I get lost, I can just kind of follow where other people are going, because there's so many other people on the road, which makes it kind of a little bit less stressful, but also a little bit more stressful. I don't know. Alright, I think I found a lot we can hopefully fit in. Might take a little finessing though, so check back in with you guys once I'm parked. Beautiful. But honestly, it's kind of fun to drive. And now I just got to figure out how this parking lot works, because every single parking lot in Japan is completely different. I think this is a camera system, and you pay at the box over there. I'm not too sure. All right, so I think I just entered my spot. I don't know how long I just paid for though. I paid for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna need more than that. I think this is it, the Yanagabashi street market. I think it's more seafood than it is other things, but hopefully we can find what we need here. So I think I'm going to be able to get a few of my ingredients from this market, but I might have to go to a grocery store as well to get some of the more standard stuff. Yeah, I'll get one of these. Just one bag.
はい、わかりました。じゃあお返しです。ありがとうございます。どうも。
Well, yeah, one. Alright, so I think I got everything I need. I thought there was going to be more produce here, but this is the only stall that actually has produce, and they have nothing that I need, so I think I'm going to have to go to walk to find a grocery store from here. But pretty cool little market. Got a lot of fresh seafood, and that's pretty much it. Not really much else other than seafood. Alright, it says this is a grocery store on my maps, but I'm honestly not sure. I can't read any of that. And it is. Hopefully we can find everything. It is a pain trying to find some of the stuff that's like not very common ingredients. Just trying to locate where it is in the store and then trying to read exactly what these say. And I just feel bad constantly asking the cashiers and people in the store to help me find it, so I try to find it on my own. And I'm honestly not sure, but I think this is all-purpose flour, hopefully. Translate your best friend.
Please take the receipt. Thank you.
Grocery secured. We gotta figure out where we parked, because I do not remember. Found it. Alrighty. Beautiful. Alright, so let's get this fridge turned on. Get our groceries put away. I think that's it. There's not really many fridge items we had to get, but that'll keep it nice and cold in there. Almost forgot to pay for parking. Now, we're we're ready to go. I also somehow always forget you pay after you park here. So I'm not sure what I paid when I got here, but I just went out and paid for what I actually needed to. But I'm starting to get hungry, and I kind of want to get out of the city. So I think I might stop by a McDonald's on our way out of here, because I haven't been to one in Japan yet, and I'm assuming they might have some cool different things on their menu. But I'm driving to one outside of the city, so we got a 30-minute drive before we get there. Whoa, tight squeeze through there. Wow. Office job, a bank account, and a pretty wife. All right. Oh, God. This window's hard to roll up. Don't know how I'm supposed to open this door when it's locked. So I can't pull this up. This one's unlocked. Let's see. Senkaku Kocho Pie, sweet potato and caramel. Try one of those. All right, so I gotta get the teriyaki McBurger, and then whatever this is, it's zucchini burger. I think it has egg and bacon on it. Don't really know what I ordered, but hopefully it's good. That says push in English. Standard French fries. This is good. We got the teriyaki McBurger, which I think is just a burger with teriyaki sauce. It smells really good. Teriyaki sauce and maybe some mayonnaise on it. Cheers. Ooh. That one's good. This is like I mean, honestly, it's just like a breakfast burger, I guess. It's got cheese. Oh, whoa. It's got like scrambled eggs, I think. I actually don't know. A burger bun, cheese, egg, and then some sort of bacon and some sort of like mayonnaise-based aioli sauce. This one looks really good though. Oh, this one's definitely my favorite. But I'm gonna finish these burgers, then we're gonna crack into whatever this thing is. For dessert, I think it's a dessert. I'm actually not sure, but these are gonna be going in 2.1 seconds. There we go. Deleted. And it looks like a turnover. Oh, that smells really good. There's like pink and yellow on the inside. Honestly, not the most appetizing color combination, but not bad. It's super crispy, crunchy, flaky on the outside. And then like sweet and gooey on the inside. Kind of like a mochi sweet, but like a little bit sweeter. Very messy, but I really do like it. We've got about another 40 minutes till we get to where we're camping tonight, and I might make a few stops along the way, so. Back on the road. I just can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. This is, I think, where we're going to try to camp tonight. Not sure exactly where we're at, but somewhere down here. Gonna pull in like right here, honestly. Feels like this stuff is pretty hard packed. Might try to back in, but look at that. Beautiful. That. It's so cool. Just getting a nice ocean breeze through here. Get to cook outside. Got a nice cooktop. A little counter for prep work. This might actually top the charts for one of the coolest places that I've ever cooked a meal. But honestly, I'll probably get started cooking here maybe the next 20-30 minutes, because I definitely want to be done before sunset. But until then, I'm just gonna kind of hang out. I just cannot get over how cool this campsite is. I'm gonna go kind of see what's around here before we get started cooking tonight, because I want to get started prepping pretty soon. The dinner that I'm making tonight, takoyaki, which I don't know if I've said it yet. It's a really popular Japanese street food that you'll see all over the place in Japan, particularly in Osaka, which is where I was a few days ago. It is on every single corner, and I've always seen it and I've tried it, and I want to try my hand at making it in the back of the mini truck. So we got everything we need. We got the octopus and some of the other ingredients from a local market. So once we're done kind of exploring this campsite, we'll get back there and start cooking. But it's a nice little table over here in the forest. Wouldn't be a bad place to eat dinner, honestly. I don't necessarily know how allowed this is. I have done my research on kind of camping in Japan, and based on what I've read online, it's kind of a gray area for staying in your vehicle and staying at spots like this. Most of the time, as long as you're respectful, you don't leave any trash, you kind of won't get bothered. So that's what we're gonna try to do. I'm hoping there might be bathrooms somewhere, because I think this is some sort of park. Got another guy camping here too. Man, I can't get over how beautiful this is. What a crazy life. 2 years ago, working a government job behind a desk in Arlington, Virginia. Now I'm on some random beach somewhere in Japan, camping out of a delivery truck. I would not be able to do it without you guys though, so I know I don't say it enough. I appreciate you guys so much for allowing me to go on these adventures and then share them with you. It's just so amazing. Oh, there's a little surf shack. Windsurfing garden. And you know what? I think that's a cafe. Might have to hit that up in the morning. I'm not sure if this is a bathroom. This might be a bathroom. Oh, no way. It is a bathroom. This is the first toilet without a bidet that I've seen. At least I don't think it has a bidet. Yeah, it doesn't. It's the first one I've seen in Japan. No bidet. But that's also nice that this campsite has a bathroom. Good to know. God, this is so crazy. I also really like this truck. This is probably my favorite camper that I think I've ever rented. By far. All right, let's get started making takoyaki. And it is pretty windy out, so I think, at least while I'm prepping this batter, I'm gonna have this door closed so it blocks the wind. Also, in order to make takoyaki, you need a specific, very special pan that looks like this. Each one of these will be its own individual takoyaki. I'm just hoping it comes out well. I got oil this time, so hopefully if you watched my last video, I tried to make okonomiyaki, which just stuck to the pan and came out absolutely horribly. All right, so I'm running into an issue. This pan is not non-stick. I mean, at this point, I kind of more so made okonomiyaki scramble, and a majority of it is still in the pan. Keep your shoes on.
It smells terrible.
So I'm hoping this time goes a little bit better. So first things first, see what kind of cooking utensils we have. We're gonna get started cooking. Damn, we're stocked up with a lot of stuff. We got plastic wrap, paper towels, sponges, soap, cutting board. And I didn't know these were a thing, but a cutting board sheet that I guess you put on top of your cutting board. It's like thick saran wrap almost. That's kind of cool. And this, I guess, keeps your cutting board clean. I am particularly excited about cooking today for one specific reason, actually. And that's because I get to use my new knives that I bought last week here in Japan. And I bought 3 of them, but we're only gonna use one. My new all-purpose knife. She is beautiful. Oh, look at that. It's an absolutely beautiful knife. So the only 3 ingredients that we really need to prep are green onions, octopus that we got from the fish market, and then some pickled red ginger. And none of this really has to be too pretty because it's all just going to get thrown into a dough ball anyways. That is beautiful. And there we go. Now that we've got all of our ingredients nicely prepped up, we can start working on our batter, which I'm going to be honest, is probably not going to be perfect because I don't have measuring cups or a scale. So I'm just going to have to eyeball this batter, which is usually something you shouldn't do when you're making batter because you kind of want it to be exact. Actually, I did find this spoon has a little 50 milliliter measurement line, so I'm just going to use that and do a bunch of spoonfuls of stuff. So the recipe that I'm following online, I'm actually halving it because I don't want to make too much. But for our batter, we need 1 egg. 300 milliliters of water or 6 spoonfuls of water. Then we can whisk that together. I don't have a whisk, but I do have these chopsticks. Let's get that mixed up. And we need about 100 grams of flour, which I think is close to 1 cup. And I don't have a measuring cup, so I'm just gonna eyeball what I think is 100 grams. Right about there, I guess. If it's too thin, we can always add more. And then about a half a tablespoon of handashi powder, which if you don't have this at your house, you should. I have this back home. It's so good on so many things. Just about that much. And then about a half tablespoon or that much soy sauce. And we can take that mixture and whisk it together, and that should be our batter. If it looks too thin, I don't really know what this batter is supposed to look like though, so that's not really helpful. I'll just add more flour until it looks like something that looks good, I guess. I don't really know. There we go. That is our batter. From what I read online, it's supposed to be pretty thin. I might do like a test run to see if this holds up well before we go all in, but everything's prepped and ready. We got our tempura bits, which is the last little piece that's gonna go in there. So let's get to cooking. Beautiful. I think this is the lighter for the stove. Oh, there we go. Before I get started with anything, I'm not gonna make the same mistake I did last time. I'm gonna get my pan nice and oiled up. Pretty much good to start cooking. And like I said, once I get this pan nice and hot, I'm gonna do a little test run with one of the balls, see if it forms up nicely. All right, I think the batter is good. I just need to work on my ball making technique, I think. But all in all, I'm actually pretty happy with how this first one's coming out. It's a pretty solid round takoyaki ball, if you ask me. But now that we've got it confirmed that the mixture's good, it'll ball up, it won't stick. Let's do the rest of them. So according to the videos I've watched, the technique here is to kind of fill the bottoms of these molds. So you fill them up with batter, and then you add in all your ingredients. So each one of these is gonna get 1 or 2 pieces of octopus, green onions in each, a little bit of pickled red ginger, and then finally just some tempura bits right on top of each of those. And this is optional, but I read online it can make it a little bit crunchier on the inside, which I feel like could be good. And then we just let those cook for a few minutes, kind of solidify on the sides there, and then we can just kind of cover these up all the way to the brim, going over the edges of each of these. And then from what I understand, you kind of just rotate them around. Why did the first one not stick? These are all sticking. Okay, first batch, epic failure. Definitely gave myself 30-degree burns. They didn't really stick necessarily. I mean, they did stick, but they like wouldn't turn because like there were parts of it that stuck. So I guess I didn't use enough oil. I'm trying to get them with the second batch now. And it's starting to work a little bit better. I'm getting them to turn. So hopefully we'll at least get 4 or 5 good takoyakis out of this. Oh yeah, look at that. This is how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to turn up just like that, 90 degrees. Very easily, like a ball. And then you pour in a little more batter and just keep rotating it until it's a nice solid ball. I'm very hopeful that these ones are gonna come out better. They're rotating way easier. They're not sticking. That is absolutely beautiful. So we are gonna get some that should come out nicely. Oh, that makes me so happy. I just don't think I used enough oil for these guys, but these guys, they look almost perfect. So hopefully we can keep that going and get like 4 or 5 good ones. All right, and I think those are just about done, but take a look at that sunset. That is pretty magical. Takoyaki on the Japanese coast out of my Japanese car. I think these are just about ready to come out. Look at that. Those are a few good looking takoyaki balls if you ask me. But now that we're done with that, for the topping, we're gonna be using a little bit of takoyaki sauce, which I just bought from the store. I did not feel like making it. We can drizzle some of that on there, as well as some Kewpie mayonnaise. And then we'll have to go inside for the rest of the toppings because they're definitely gonna blow away if I try to do them out here. All right, we've got some seaweed flake. And then the final piece, just a sprinkle of bonito flakes. And that, my friends, is our wonderful Japanese takoyaki on the Japanese coast. In the back of a Japanese camper. Look at those. They are, yeah, and I will say they actually do look pretty good. I'm actually very impressed with how these four specifically, those ones are another story, but these four specifically came out looking absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna let these cool off for a little bit because these are kind of notorious for being little balls of magma. So I'm gonna let these cool off for like 5 minutes and then get to eating. Woo! Beautiful. I actually just sat down to eat, but now that I think about it, I have a rooftop deck. I think I'm gonna eat up there. This is pretty spectacular. All right. I think these might be cool enough to eat now, hopefully. Cheers. Oh, that is actually so good. I think I let it cool off too long because they're not really that hot anymore, but I had one bad experience where I ate one too quick and it incinerated the inside of my mouth, so I didn't want to do that again, but so good. And typically they come made like this with octopus and pickled ginger and green onions and everything on the inside, but theoretically, you could make them with anything. You could do like a breakfast takoyaki, you could do a dinner one, you could do a cheeseburger one, you could do a taco one. And ever since I got to Japan, I've thought about doing that with one of these. Just like filling it with random stuff and seeing if it tastes good. That's good. I really did burn my hand pretty bad though. I can't really tell, but I think it's 100% gonna blister up and probably peel out. It hurts so bad. I think I'm gonna sit up here, enjoy my last whole takoyaki ball, and then start getting ready for bed. So I'll see you guys after sunset. Alright, watched sunset, got the van all cleaned up, at least mostly. Just got it a little bit more organized. Doors are closed, I got myself changed into the pajamas. These are pretty big windows all around, and I'm hoping there's some sort of window shade somewhere. I know he did say that there was one for the front window at least. Feels like there's magnets along this. There we go. That's at least some privacy in the front. And then I think maybe back here, just hang this up with the magnets. Now we got some privacy. Windows up front blocked off, windows in the back blocked off. I'm just gonna get all these doors locked. And get this fan on. Oh, that feels so good. And then for the bed, I think I'm not gonna set up the full bed. I'm just gonna leave this table up, honestly. Move these pillows over here for now. And then this panel right here flips down. So I might just flip this down like that. Take this piece, put it in there, and then sleep kind of just on this side over here. Pillow back there. I think these are sheets in here, but I'm just gonna use this blanket because this way I don't have to like build and take down my bed every day that I need to. I can just flip that down and it's good enough. So with that being said, it's also nice enough to give me a little USB fan. So I'm gonna get this thing plugged in, then get to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning. It's a lot less windy this morning. Waves are a little calmer, but it did get pretty cold last night, so I ended up busting out the sleeping bag. And actually, I probably got one of the best night's sleeps that I've gotten so far in Japan. But overall, for anyone who's been watching my Japan series and watched the other camper, I'd say this one is definitely more comfortable, definitely easier to live in, just because there's more room to move around. It's got a table. The bed was a lot more comfortable, but it's also a trade-off with it being a bigger vehicle because it's a little bit harder to drive around, especially in these small Japanese streets. So crazy. Beautiful morning. All right, I think it is time to get out of here. It is kind of annoying I can't fully stand in here. I can almost fully stand. I think today we're gonna head a little bit more down the coast. Honestly, I haven't really fully decided yet. Just gonna kind of look stuff up and then pick where I go, and that's kind of like my favorite way to travel. I've kind of learned that that's not everybody's style of traveling. Like my friend Don, he likes to just kind of go to places and hang out and not really move around. I like to be moving every single day, doing a different thing, staying in a different place, which is kind of why I'm out here by myself. But I might meet up with him in a few days and do some self camping in the city. But for now, I think I'm gonna get van cleaned up, ready to go, and get out of here. So I'll catch you guys next time. I am currently on my way back to the city after camping out in the wilderness for a while in the back of this Toyota quick delivery van here in Japan. Today we're heading back into the city to do a little bit of stealth camping, hopefully. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to find a spot, because if you've watched my videos, you know parking, especially a vehicle relatively this big. This is a larger vehicle for Japan, but in America this would be a small car, but all the other cars here are just incredibly small. Before we head down to the city, there's this cool, I don't know if it's a national park or a state park, so I pulled in here real quick to check it out on our way back down there. I haven't really taken a lot of time to explore the countryside here, so I figured I'd stop here real quick and check out the views. There's supposed to be some cool basalt formations and nice views of the ocean, so a lot of people out here today. Wow. And I guess those are those like basalt features. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the pictures from Iceland, where it's like those geometric kind of spires. And so those kind of look like over there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera though, but pretty cool. It's a beautiful country. Oh, so something I've realized in my time here is that there's almost no free parking, especially in cities. So I might have to get a little creative when I try to find my spot tonight, or I'll just have to end up paying for parking, which isn't that big of a deal. But I think we have made it to the top, and I think that's another thing that's kind of stood out to me about being in Japan is there's queues everywhere. Every restaurant you go to has a queue. Pretty much anywhere you go that's gonna be popular, there's gonna be a line, but it's almost nicer. It's a little more organized. So waiting to check out, I'm guessing, the viewpoint at the top up here. Ooh. Not gonna take too long up here because there's a lot of people, but look at that. Spectacular. 360 degrees. Pretty crazy. But short-lived because there's a lot of people waiting. If we were in America, there would have been 15 people all cram-packed on that platform. No line, no order. Oh, we got a short hike back down to the car. It's a pretty universal picture. Missing a letter, but I'm gonna follow that sign, see what an hot dog is. I think this is it. It says it's open. Look at this. I don't know what this is, what kind of meat it is, but that looks so good. Cheers. Oh, they're so good. There hasn't been one place that I've gone to where the food hasn't been spectacular. Delicious. So we are currently in the Fukuoka prefecture on the western side of Japan, heading into Fukuoka city, which is the capital. And so far has been my favorite city because I stayed there for about a day or two before I got this truck. It's just not as crowded. There's just as many things to do. And it's specifically known for my favorite food, which is tonkatsu ramen. So first things first, I'm gonna head into the city, find a campsite. And then after we figure that out, which might take a while because as I've said, parking is kind of a nightmare, I'm gonna find somewhere where I can get some good Fukuoka tonkatsu ramen. Made it back to the city. I found a parking lot on Google Maps that looks like it'll be big enough to pull into and hopefully allows overnight parking. but we're about a mile away. I'm just hoping it's not too crowded this weekend because it is a holiday weekend here in Japan, sports day. I'm not really sure what sports day is, but I'm assuming it's gonna mean that there's gonna be more people down here, but hopefully we can find a spot. Ooh. Oh! All right. I think this is gonna be our home for the night. It's just like being back home in the Walmart parking lots. Spot seems as good as any. There we go. This is home for the night. Hopefully I'm close to a subway station. I never really looked that up. We can just hop on the subway and head like into the heart of the city, which I think is that way. So I think I'm gonna head in there, grab some ramen, and also meet up with my friend Donovan, who, as I said, is still here in Japan. He's just not with me, but he's staying in a pod hotel tonight and tomorrow. So we're gonna go meet up with him after lunch. But before I head out, since I have all of my personal belongings in the back of this car, I'm gonna put up these covers. It also might get a little cold tonight, so I'm gonna bring a jacket, because I don't think I'm gonna be coming back to the van until it's time for bed. So we are actually about a 10-minute walk to the nearest metro, so it's not the closest, but it could be worse. I will say that the trains in the subway here have been pretty easy to navigate, unless you're in one of the big stations like Tokyo Station or somewhere where there's like 17 tracks, then it can get kind of confusing. But they do make it pretty easy. A lot of the times there's something on the floor that'll show you where you need to go. But at these smaller stations, it's pretty easy. There's just two trains. One going left, one going right. And we're back. The shop should be up here, I think on the left, just past this building. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 12 stories of ramen. It's gotta be good. 30 to 40 minute wait with how many people are in front of me. So they give you this sheet while you're in line to pick kind of your ramen preferences. I went for soft noodles because I think I like soft noodles more. And then I went for one of richness instead of medium. But that's the only thing I did out of their recommendations. I made it in. So each seat is its own like individual booth, and then the kitchen is right in front of you. And they pull this up and down after you put your order in. And the whole purpose is to kind of be able to eat in isolation and make requests without speaking.
お付近こちら失礼いたします。
ありがとうございます。
では失礼いたします。
ありがとうございます。There we go. The reason that they do it like this, and the reason that these stalls are private, is kind of to enhance the dining experience, if you will. Because when you're eating alone, the idea is that you can focus on the food and exactly what you're eating and not on other things, kind of where the taste of the food is the only thing you're focused on. And these booths are actually known as flavor concentration booths. So you can kind of immerse yourself in the enjoyment of the ramen without the social pressure or interruption of having to order. So that's what I'm gonna do. That was so good. And when you're done, you just leave. Super easy. With traveling alone, it would be nice if all restaurants were kind of like that. Then I'd feel a lot less weird eating alone as much as I do with my travels. But I think I'm gonna go try to find Donovan, see where he's at. Look who it is.
I missed you. Don't ever leave me again.
How was your Vanlife bed? Was it cozier?
It's pretty good.
So if you're unfamiliar with what a Don Quixote is in Japan, you'll pretty much see them in every single major city. They're these gigantic 7-story, 8-story stores. I've been into a few of them and I didn't know what the purpose of them was. They feel like a giant dollar store, honestly.
Yeah.
That's 7 stories tall. But they actually have a pretty interesting story and some good stuff. This is actually right here. And you just walk in and it's like the epitome of chaos. Just random stuff everywhere. Usually there are multiple floors. I don't know if this one is. Oh, Tamagotchis? I haven't had a Tamagotchi since I was in first grade. No. When did remember these out? Like 5th grade? But anyways, back to my story before I got interrupted by the Tamagotchis. But the name of the story Don Quixote is actually based on the character Don Quixote from the Spanish novel. And in his book, Don Quixote is this dreamer who sets off on these wild adventures. He thinks he's some kind of knight in shining armor sent to save the world, but in reality, he's fighting what he believes are monsters, but in the end, they turn out to just be windmills, and he's kind of delusional. And Don Quixote, the store, is supposed to tap into that same kind of vibe and adventure and discovery, because walking through it is like walking through your own quest. You never really know what you're going to walk into or what you're going to find. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt, just like Don Quixote's quests, or so I read online. But there's a lot of stuff here and it is pretty chaotic. This one isn't as bad as the mega Don Quixote that we went to in Tokyo. Don couldn't even go in.
No.
Because he was so overwhelmed by how many people there were, how many floors there were, and everything that was in there. But ready to get out of here?
Do it.
So Don doesn't eat pork or beef. And the only ramen they had at Ichiran was the tonkatsu, which is pork made with pork bones. So Don has to go get some food somewhere else. So we're stopping at this Mexican place because we've had a bunch of Japanese food, but we wanted to try how Japanese people do other types of food like Mexican or Italian and that kind of stuff. Supposedly Japan is known for its pizza, which is weird. I still haven't had a pizza yet, but I do want to get one. We'll see how good Japanese Mexican food is.
Wow.
Look at the
presentation.
I don't get that in the States.
Looks pretty good. What's this sauce?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know.
How is it?
Hot. It's very good though.
Scale 1 to 10.
Oh my god, 8.6.
8.6. That's pretty good. For
Yeah.
a quesadilla?
Yeah, this is a quesadilla.
That's what I'm saying. All the food we've had here has been so good. Nothing has been amiss. So we realized when we were at the Mexican restaurant that we actually Ubered to a spot that was right next to where my truck was. So we're gonna go hang out in the truck for a little bit. I'm gonna get changed because I feel kind of sweaty after walking around all day. And then we're gonna take an Uber back, I think, into the city to go to the Thai food stalls, which are these famous food stalls here in Fukuoka, because Fukuoka is known for such good food, specifically at these food stalls. So that's where I wanna get dinner tonight. But we've got about 2.5 hours to go before the food stalls open. So since we're already here, just hang out in the truck and then head back over there. Home sweet home.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah. If you guys watched my last video, Don was camping with me in a camper that was way smaller than this one. This one we got a table, we got chairs on both sides. I don't know if you can fit on that side though. I can't fit on that side. We're just gonna hang out here for the next hour and then hit the streets for dinner. Got dark fast.
Oh, man, it sure did.
Also another benefit to this parking lot, again, because there's bathrooms right next to it. So hit the bathroom and then we're gonna catch an Uber down to those food stalls. Also, something I've noticed since we've been in Japan is just the amount of people that are out on the streets at any given time is just crazy. Any time of the day when you're walking around, there's just always so many people out, no matter what city you're in. But technically these yatai or street food stalls are all over the city, but this place is supposed to be like most of them in one area. I don't imagine we're gonna be able to get a seat based on how many people are out here right now.
It's crazy.
But we'll at least walk by and check out a few of them and hopefully get some food somewhere. So these are them. They set up every single night. It's kind of like a farmer's market, but just way cooler. And I would love to get a seat at one of these stalls, but there's a queue for every single one and every single seat is full. But I think there's a bunch of them down at the end over here where we can maybe hopefully get some just quick to go food. But apparently from what I've read online, these yatai date back to the Edo period, which is like a few hundred years ago, as like I guess an early version of fast food. But I think they really took off after World War II when people were trying to rebuild and people were trying to start businesses, and this was a good way to do it. You can build it up, you can set it down, you can put it anywhere. And so far, the only place that we've been in Japan that has this kind of strong yatai culture, I guess, still is Fukuoka, and that's kind of what they're known for, is these street stalls. And I feel like it's kind of more than just getting like a quick bite to eat, because right now it's definitely not quick with the amount of people that are here, but it's like the whole vibe of it. You're right next to the river, you're sitting out here, it's like social, you can hang out. It looks a little bit less packed over here by the food trucks, so I think we're just trying to get some over here as opposed to waiting 45 minutes in line to get something. This looks like kind of like a more modernized area of the Yatai, but this fried chicken looks good. I've also never had yakitori before I came here, but it's basically just fried chicken skin. It is so good. All right, so we decided to come sit down here by the river because there's a bunch of loudspeakers playing right next to us over there, but it's a little bit more.
Jesus, they say long potato. They are not playing.
Holy. Damn.
So long. Yeah.
What potato did this come from?
GMO.
What potato do you know that's that big? That's crazy. We got some fried chicken skins and some fried chicken. We're gonna see how good it is. Cheers.
Cheers, brother. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good fried chicken.
What sauce do you put on here?
I don't know. I know I always say the food is so good when I try it, but this chicken is so juicy on the inside and so crunchy on the outside. And I have no idea what sauce I put on this. I don't know if I've ever had it before, but it is so good.
It's amazing.
If there's one thing that I think will be the most memorable about this trip, is one, how polite the people here are, and two, how good the food is. I would come back here just for those two reasons alone, let alone the culture and everything else we've done. I've only been to so many countries, but this is by far one of the most amazing countries as a whole that I've ever been to.
So out of the 3 big cities we've been to, how would you rank them?
I go Fukuoka 1, Osaka 2, Tokyo 3.
That's fair. I think I have the same ranking.
I like Fukuoka best just because it's not as crowded. Admittedly, it looks pretty crowded right now. It's not as crowded, but just as fun. Osaka is the next step up, a little bit more crowded, still pretty fun. Tokyo's a little bit too crowded, and Fukuoka and Osaka have pretty much the same thing, in my opinion. So if I was going to come to Japan again, I'd probably come back to Fukuoka or Osaka. All in all, great place to travel to, but we're going to enjoy this chicken and then pretty much just figure out what we're doing next. Like, are these from one singular potato?
I feel like, I mean,
There's no way.
It can't be.
It's got to be like mashed and then shaped and then fried. That would be the world's largest potato.
No way. Is this Gundam style?
I think so.
Go up and do this.
You do it.
It's 35.
3, 2, 1, 32.
Oh, I almost said 32. I swear to God, I almost said 32.
What is the Gundam style dance? I don't even remember.
In the music video, he's just like,
Oh, yeah. See? You just did it for free.
hi.
Hello. That food was so good, but another thing about these yatai, especially in like this area that's so cool, is they're out of mini trucks. This is like a Volkswagen style, and then this one's just like a standard, almost exactly the same design as mine. Wow. If you've watched my other videos, this looks exactly like how my mini truck looks, just a little bit smaller. I think that's pretty much it for the yatai. Don has his hotel room, or I guess capsule pod hotel room for the night. And I have to make my way back to the van, so I'm gonna get an Uber back there. I will see you guys when I get there. Beautiful. Made it back home. That was definitely some of the best fried chicken and definitely some of the best street food that I've ever had in my life. But it is nice to be back and laying down in the truck, but I think it's time to get ready for bed. I already got most of the stuff I needed to get done before we went out. Got all my curtains put up in the front, all my curtains put up in the back. Let me get these lights off and get to bed. I'm putting my hand over the camera. You guys just can't see it, but I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It got really cold last night. Made it through the night in this parking lot. It was pretty quiet the whole night. I guess there's a lot of cars here now, but I think I'm going to start to get myself packed up back here and get out of here. So, as always, truly appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, think about clicking that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And I will catch you guys next time.